for the last hour. I've been trying to do an introduction. I still didn't do it, so I'm just going to do it later. All right. So LeAnna, thank you so much for your time. Honestly, I know that, you know, you're super, super busy, so I appreciate this very, very much.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Congratulations on your last win, 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
How was so I kind of just wanted to start with where it all started with you.
I want to say I was like a all year round athlete my entire life. In high school, my main sport was really basketball though. I went to college for ball for a little bit, and then I got into like powerlifting, and then I got into boxing because I got into a fight at a bar, and my boyfriend.
I love it already. I'm like, I'm all pumped up now, man. And do you still have like an itch to play ball, or are you full blown boxing?
No, I still do.
You still play ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like it's still fresh.
Friend, he told me to try boxing because he was like, I mean, you like to fight, and I mean, I fought my entire life. Like, I was always fighting girls, so fighting to me wasn't anything that was new. But I want to say after the first day of getting into boxing, like this was 3.5 years ago, I walked into the gym, and after the first day, I fell in love. I was like, after I was like, I'm going pro. And my coach, he heard that a lot from a lot of people, because I feel like everybody's just going to say they're going to do something, and not a lot of people will make that kind of commitment when it comes to like professional fighting and then stick to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's kind of how it started. And then after that, I never stopped going to the gym.
Everything probably just like all goes straight to your opponent now.
I want to say that it actually, instead of that, I actually learned how to control it. I learned I'm a lot more calm. Like, I could just walk away now. Before, it was like I always had something to prove. I always had like a chip on my shoulder. Now, like, I'm a lot more relaxed, and like I actually try to avoid any issues.
Yeah, because if they want to fight you, they're gonna have to give you a bag for that. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. You can't fight for free anymore.
Yep.
Those are registered lethal weapons right there.
Yeah.
I've seen them in action. Okay, so in your amateur career, how did that go, or where did you literally just go to the gym and say you wanted to turn pro, and your coach believed in you just like that, or like what was the process?
I don't have any amateur fights. I did do like a rough and rowdy bout, like when I was thin, but that's really it. And then I want to say I turned pro in 2021, and I was like a year and a couple months in.
Were you already training in Philly, or were you training? You're from Allentown, right?
Yeah, so I still train in Allentown. I did move to Philly for about like 7 months, and I trained under Sharon Baker.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I left Philly, and I came back to my first coach.
Did believe in you from the first day, basically.
I just proved myself. Like, they started putting me against girls that had more experience than me, and even like some pros. And I want to say at 6 months, I sparred Britain Hart. Bare knuckle, and I did really well, really well.
Bare knuckle?
Well, I didn't bare knuckle like spar her. No, but she fights.
Okay. I thought you did some sparring bare knuckle. I was like, man, you are crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm not that crazy.
I love that stuff though. So let's go with sparring. Have you ever what's your weight is 112 to 116, I believe, or 118?
112. I mean, I walk around at like 130, 135. And my last couple of fights have been at 113, 114. And then my first fight was the only fight that was at 118. And that was just because I didn't know it was my first fight like ever. So I told my coach, like, I don't know.
So amazing.
Like at all. So he was like, well, we'll do 118. And when I weighed in at 115.
You're at 115. Oh, by the way, you are ripped. I saw your last weigh, and you are ripped. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Especially when you like flexed your abs. I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy.
I'm in a different kind of shape, so.
Yeah, you're on another level. And how much did you weigh in for that weigh-in? Your most recent one. That was
I was 113.6.
113. Just started camp 1 day ago, right?
Yep, I fight April 29th.
Where is that fight? Is this have you announced it yet?
No, I haven't. So you're kind of getting the first in on it.
The exclusive. I got the exclusive. Thank you.
Philly.
You're gonna fight in Philly? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never had a Philly cheesesteak in my life.
Yeah,
I've never had.
They're definitely different over there. Definitely different over there.
And as far as sparring, have you ever sparred anyone in your weight class?
No? You did actually. Marlen Esparza.
That's your weight class. She has 2 belts, right?
I think she has 3. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! So that's your target right there.
He knows I'm coming, but she at one point or another, she's gonna have to take the same ass whooping she took in sparring.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. The juicy stuff is coming. So I was gonna ask you, how was the spar? How was it first? Did you have any professional fights when you sparred her?
The first time, no.
Okay, and were you nervous at all? Like knowing that she's a pro, or I mean, you seem pretty confident though.
The first time I sparred her, I was alone. I didn't have a coach in my corner. I didn't have anything. She just flew me out to Texas to work with her and help her prepare because one of her business partners was a former promoter of mine and kind of set it up. And he's like, no, she's good. He showed her some of my sparring and she was like, I can't believe I've never heard of her. Like, bring her down. And the first time I sparred her twice in a matter of like 4 or 5 days. And I did okay. Not like, I don't even look close to the fighter that I am now. And then I sparred her after my debut. And I mean,
could you tell the difference?
Say that Boots Ennis, his
dad, yeah,
told me I looked like the world champion. So
really,
yeah. So I and the thing is that was back in 2021. We're in 2023 now, and if you look at every performance I've had, I've elevated my game in different ways, and I'm only getting stronger and I'm only getting smarter. I think a lot of girls that are in the game right now have peaked because they've been in the game so long.
I've noticed that in women's boxing or female boxing, you could box a lot later in life than I feel like men. They retire. I almost slipped up and I almost said like, the older the woman, and then my mom killed me if she ever. I'm gonna edit that out. So, have you guys crossed paths since? Okay, so that was 2021. I know she's watching you, and she knows that she knows you're coming. Have you guys crossed paths at all, like at fights or anything, or?
No, I mean I don't really like her anymore. She did some really, like grimy, it's not like grimy, but to me, I just found it very disrespectful when someone says you can record sparring but don't post it. And I'm not even about posting sparring, but then she went and posted it. So I did the same thing back, and she after that, she doesn't want to talk to me, doesn't want to work with me. But I mean, I don't care. I don't need her. And like I said, at some point, if she wants to go down as one of the greatest, she's gonna have to see me because I know I'm one of the greatest right now.
So she posted a 20-second clip, and then you posted one, and then she just hasn't spoke to you. So that means that we could post the whole thing now, right?
I said to her, I commented on her post, and I said, it's funny how you told me I can't post sparring, but you want to post you slipping a 5-punch combination, knowing how I was hitting you.
Yeah, I love it. You're getting me so pumped up right now.
Yeah,
you're getting me so. I don't even box, and I just want. So, how many rounds did you spar with her? Have you sparred with her? 8.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually a question. How many rounds are you comfortable fighting, or do you train on like today? How many rounds, or what?
I'm ready for 10. I did a 6-rounder my last fight, and I felt like I could go 10. Everyone saw it in my conditioning that I could have went 10. this next fight will be an 8-rounder. I know I'm more than prepared for whatever's thrown at me.
Right.
So, I mean, whatever opportunity is going to be in front of me, I'm going to make the most of it, and I'm going to make it mine.
Do you train us next, like on the side of Boots? Do you train with Bozy and Boots? Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
I've gone up there to spar like frequently.
Oh, yeah,
with, like,
that's right.
I didn't go to their gym this camp at all. But I've done mitt work with Boots, but it's about it.
And to my understanding, that's your favorite male boxer, right?
Him, it's really hard between him and Devin Haney, though.
Devin Haney's special.
And he's super sharp.
Yeah, and I actually noticed that about you. I feel like your style, I feel like your style is a few people, though. Like, I feel like, okay. Well, actually, why don't you tell me?
It's going to be my own style. Like, it's going to come to a point where people are going to, oh, my God, you fight like LeAnna Cruz.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm going to have my own. And like I said earlier, a lot of people have peaked in the sport because they've been in it for so long, whereas me, I'm so new. I can take a piece of everything and everyone, and because I was an athlete my whole life, I can adapt like that.
I mean, you're gonna go places, though, honestly, because
thank you.
I also feel like, no problem. I also feel like you have a good team. Are you?
I'm actually with Hard Hitting Promotions, but I have the best team behind me, with my coaching staff, my managerial staff, and my promoting staff. I believe that I'm going to change the game, and I believe that they're going to prepare, like my coaching staff is going to prepare me for anything that's thrown in front of me, and I believe my managerial and my promotional staff are going to put me in the best positions possible.
I love that. That's perfect. It's kind of advice that you have for someone that's on the fence about turning pro, like an amateur that's on the fence about turning pro, and just, is hesitant to pull the trigger on it.
Well,
what gave you yours?
Your team is super, super important. Like, obviously your coaching staff, you got to trust them. You have to believe in them. And you have to trust the process, but you could be the best coach in the world, but if you don't have, if your coach, let's say you don't have a manager or promoter, but if your coach doesn't have connections to get you on fights or put money up for you to get on a card, you're not going to be able to get, like, the business side is a lot more complicated than what people think or assume it is. So my best advice to anybody that wants to turn pro is to make sure that they have good networking skills, whether it's them or it's their coaches, or they sign with a manager or a promoter.
And how about sponsorships? Are you sponsored by Everlast?
Yeah.
You are sponsored by Everlast. How did you do that? That's amazing in 4 fights.
They actually reached out to me.
Oh, that's so bomb. That is so unbelievable.
So
you're gonna do good. You're gonna do good, LeAnna. For real. I'm already like a huge supporter. Like, you're gonna do good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, really. And I'm not just telling you that. Like, and you know how a lot of people just interview for quantity and, just for their page. And I do more of people that, like, if I could make it a little X-Men superheroes team, that's who I would interview. People that I like, people that I gravitate to, people that I like how they fight, their style, just like, and you're like a little Mike Tyson to me, like a little Puerto Rican Mike Tyson.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I love that you're representing the Puerto Ricans. I love that. Who's your favorite fighter? Female?
Alicia Baumgartner.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is. Alicia Baumgartner. Yeah. I love her. I think,
Amanda Serrano. Mm-hmm. But I actually went to her fight at the at MSG against Erica Cruz.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Against Erica Cruz. Yep.
I love Amanda Serrano because she's Puerto Rican. But when it comes to, like, set aside, like, ethnicity, all that, Alicia Baumgartner got it. Strada's another one of my favorite fighters, and
she's one.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her too.
Yeah,
I love her too.
Favorite fighters, and I got her all day. I think there's only one other person that's gonna be able to beat her, and it's me.
You think you could beat her?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I need to see that fight.
Yeah.
I need to see that fight. Can you get down that low though to weight? Because what is she, minimum weight, right?
Oh, I would not drop under 112.
Yeah.
But I think after this fight, if I'm not mistaken, it's at 108.
Okay.
I think then she
108.
goes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah.
And then right after that, it's 112.
Oh, she's right there.
That's what I mean. So like, she's one of my favorite fighters, and I think it would be an honor to fight her. And I remember being asked like, "What's my dream fight?" And it's definitely with her.
So, I'm looking forward to this. Mm-hmm. You ever thought about? I know that right now it's early into your career, but you're what, 25, 24 years old. I feel like you still have muscle growth to, you could still, and you walk around at like 132. Are you eyeing any other divisions?
I want to say that I'm not really eyeing any divisions specifically. I mean, I'm just whatever my team tells me that I got to do, I'm just going to dominate whatever weight class we decide to like stay into, whether it's super flyweight or flyweight. I know we're definitely going to be in one of those two. And I'm really just looking to dominate one of those two or both at the same time. Right now, at least.
Right. And I mean, and how about like 118? How about Ebanie Bridges? Ebanie Bridges she's a hard hitter, I would imagine.
So I actually sparred Ebanie like, oh my God, like 30 times.
When do you have time for all this? You just started. What do you mean you sparred her 30 times? You sparred Ebanie 30 times?
I sparred her when I was a year in. And that's actually because I sparred her is actually how I got with my manager.
Oh.
Because I did so well against her. And
he manages her too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's interesting.
He was one of my main sparring partners. And he pushed me a lot because she hits like a grown-ass man.
It looks like it. It looks like it. It does look like it.
Because she's like 5'1", maybe I'll give her at most 5'2", and so little, and her feet are so little, and I always look at her cute, and I'm like, I don't understand where the power is from. Like, I don't, but I remember the first time I ever sparred her, we sparred with 16 gloves on, and she hit me to the body 3 times, and I felt that for 10 days.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So I love that she could back it up.
Oh yeah. The thing is that I love about Ebanie is she's genuine. She's herself, and she doesn't put other people down, no matter what.
Yeah, I did notice that.
I love that I could go to war with her in sparring, and we're like sisters after.
Yeah, she does that with Elbrook too. She's just like hugging Elbrook afterwards, and
like she's a sweetheart, and she means so well, and I love what she's doing for the sport because when you think of like female boxers, you think of a lot of them as being like a lot of testosterone, not pretty, not sexy, but she's changing everything. And she's paving a new way for women's boxing. And I don't think she realizes the impact that she actually has on the sport.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you on that because I love that. I love that she's confident, super, super confident. She's doing.
I've been at the gym with her. She works really, really hard and she's dedicated. So I'm like, even if she was gonna lose, you know what I mean? Like she did against Courtney when she lost against her. Like even with the loss, she works her ass off. And if you really knew her story, and she's not very open about where she came from and the struggles that she's been through, you would respect her way more. And because I'm able to say like, no, like you really cannot just judge anybody because some people like her, she doesn't speak on her story, but I'm lucky enough to like know where she comes from and like her struggles and stuff like that. And to see her work ethic and the blessings that are coming to her, they're so well deserved.
That's amazing. You know what attracted me to her was her art. I also love that she knows how to speak Spanish. She knows how to play the piano, I think.
Yep.
Like all these things outside of the ring.
And she's a math
teacher. She's a math teacher?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, it's just like so many things that, if you're really into boxing, you would take the time to understand the people that you like, or the boxers that you like, or you gravitate towards. And I do that. Like, I watch interviews, like I read articles. I actually did an interview with somebody yesterday in that division that has a belt.
At 118?
Yeah. Nina Hughes.
Oh, she beat Jamie Mitchell for that.
Yeah, she beat Jamie Mitchell. I spoke to her.
It's funny because I actually talked to my manager about her, and he told me that I could sweep her easily. But when I found out that she beat Jamie, Jamie's like a sister to me too. So
oh wow,
that kind of person. And the only reason that Jamie didn't win that fight, Jamie got caught up in the trash talking, and she let Nina get in her head way too much. That's my opinion, because skill for skill, Jamie's way better than her.
Women's boxing is so perfect for you right now, and you're still young. You know what I mean? Like your youth could just probably take them to deep water. Honestly.
Yeah, I think my style is I kind of like Tank is one of my favorite fighters too. And
mine too. I love him.
Very slow starter. Very similar into being like a slow starter. But the thing is with me, and I feel like Tank does the same thing, it's like he steps up each round just a little bit. And a lot of people normally, it's like by the end of the fight, they got nothing. Like, and for me, I'm just getting started.
Would you prefer 3-minute rounds? Do you feel like 2 is not enough to really?
If I get paid like a dude, sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if not, I'll go with the 2-minute round.
Okay. You just started camp 1 day ago, right?
Yep. I fight April 29th.
And is it going to be where is that fight? Is this have you announced it yet?
No, I haven't. So you're kind of getting the first in on it.
Exclusive. I got the exclusive. Thank you.
Yeah.
Where in Puerto Rico are you from, or your family?
My family, I have some from Bayamon, and from San Juan. That's it.
Guess what nationality I am?
Filipino.
Ethnicity. You have 2 more guesses.
Am I wrong?
You're wrong. But that's the first guess that everybody says, Filipino. So you have 2 more guesses. And if you get it wrong, it's okay. I'm going to tell you anyway. So it's 2 things. So my father was born in Hong Kong.
Okay.
And my mother was born in Puerto Rico. I'm Puerto Rican and Chinese.
What? Oh, right.
My mom is 100% Puerto Rican from Santurce, and my father is 100% Chinese from Hong Kong.
No, I never met anybody of a mix like you.
That's why I gravitated to you too. My favorite fighter of all time is Miguel Cotto. So like, I went to every single Miguel Cotto fight here in New York when I was. Yeah. Like I was a super fan. I'm like a super fan. So like I ride for Puerto Rico. So I'm gonna ride for you. I am going to ride for you for real.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So that was one thing that I want. So the females influence the males, to be honest.
100%. Especially after the Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall card. Especially after that.
Katie and Amanda were just, that was just sealing the deal. And then it's boxing also, you're taking a stand, you're representing Puerto Rico, you're representing yourself really, really well. And it seems like you have a really strong team behind you. So we're all excited. We're all excited for you. And we definitely are going to be watching you. And I just want to wish you the best, honestly. Absolutely. LeAnna, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.